lab school because I have really great friends here and the teachers seem really invested in our education.
I like English because I really love to write and we get to write almost every day.
I've been in lab school for 13 years. The thing I love the most is the sense of family you get.
The lab school is great because everyone's so close to each other and we get to do art every day.
The lab school is a very supportive environment, and if you're passionate about something, people will help you out.
What's great about the lab school is that we all get the chance to have a really good relationship with our teachers.
I like English because we get to read all different kinds of new interesting books.
What I love about the lab school is that we have art and music every day.
At the lab school, I'm able to make a lot of really close friends here.
The University Laboratory School is a truly distinctive K-12 public charter school. We pride ourselves in aiming to be leaders and pioneers in the academic community while also providing the best possible educational experience for our students and teachers. Our school program is primarily what would be considered a liberal arts program with an emphasis on an approach called the disciplines of knowledge. Students learn and achieve mastery by doing and by experiencing each of the disciplines through learning the ways that practitioners of that discipline act, speak, and do. From kindergarten through senior year, our curriculum is constructivist and experiential, emphasizing collaborative, discussion-driven learning environments.
I like to describe the elementary program as a minds-on, hands-on program. We believe that children really learn best when they're actively engaged doing what they learn. The teacher presents an inquiry model, and the teacher becomes more of a facilitator for the classroom activity, helping the children to explore and learn. Students in our program become what they do. Our students engage in the discipline of knowledge that they're studying about. They really become who they are. So every day, students are writers, they're scientists, they're mathematicians. The children get the pleasure of exploring their movement and body through PE. They get to explore their voice. They get to play with instruments, so they become musicians. They're everything because they become it. We have learning celebrations throughout the year, and the children are able to show off their talents. They're able to showcase what they've done, and they even act as docents. Sometimes we have little museums set up, or they may tour the garden, and the children will then share their learning with the adults, the community that is there, and the other children who come to the event. We really hope that our students become good citizens, that they care about each other, and that they really care about the world around them.
Well, the main goal of the Social Studies Department is to provide students with critical thinking skills and foundational knowledge of the humanities. We do this so that they can become informed and active citizens. Some of the fun things that students do in our classes range from role-playing. They do skits, they act out various characters from history. We do videography, where we have students create film and share with the class on historic events. Well, we have an organized, sequential, and articulated curriculum, and we introduce skills at the middle school level. And each of these skills are developed through the grade level, so by the time they're seniors, they've become expert at these skills, and they've got this knowledge of historical events as well as these skills. By the time they graduate, they will have studied the historical, political, social, and economic landscape of multiple countries. Besides that, they will also have gained a greater knowledge of world geography and world culture. They will be better at researching, writing, reading difficult texts, being able to express themselves in smaller, large group settings, and on the whole, just being a more confident individual.
The University Laboratory School Science Department teaches inquiry through hands-on learning experiences, and teachers act as facilitators for student learning. The students build on their learning by working in small collaborative groups, and then clarify and develop that knowledge by working within the learning community. Our students wind up learning essential laboratory skills, working with laboratory equipment. They also wind up coming away with a very strong sense of the nature of science. And we hope that they walk away with the understanding of how to use their scientific knowledge and apply that to real-world decision-making. We want them to learn how to think like scientists. So those are the types of attitudes, to question the world around them and to not take anything for face value, to actually try and figure out what's going on for themselves and make an informed decision. So our goal is that students walk away with values, attitudes, and traits that make them successful in science.
The overall goals for the second language department is to support the students in their learning of a second language. We want them to be able to be confident, be able to be fluent using the language. We teach our students 3 languages at the moment, and that is Hawaiian, Japanese, and Spanish. At the same time, at elementary school, we offer an exploratory program for children in kindergarten to 5th grade. We also offer a cultural program for 9th graders. They take a Hawaiian cultural program at that age. We do many activities in our classes, and of course we do a lot of oral practice, group work, pair work, and so the students become in a community of learners in the language that they're studying, and they go back and forth with questions and answers, with dialogues, with skits at times, and they read and write in the language they are learning. Japanese students host students from Japan, our sister schools, twice a year, and we feel that when the students leave the school, we would like them to appreciate themselves, appreciate their culture, appreciate their own language. But at the same time, we would like that they see themselves as world citizens, that they can go any place else in the world and feel that they can contribute.
The overall philosophy of the English department is to have students and teachers read together and write together, and to spend time talking about what we read and what we write. We do this because teaching students to read and write is a journey that takes many years, and it doesn't proceed in an unbroken upward path. It does involve teachers and students as fellow travelers, though. Our students love storytelling. They love hearing each other's stories in the forms of oral journal and journal exchange, and through peer editing and their formal writing. They laugh at each other's stories, and they get sad at each other's stories. They also love to read stories together when we do our read-alongs in class, and we do these things daily and over time to help students. In English class, our students act as authors. They write all the time, they write every single day, and they share their writing, which is what authors have to do in order to get better. They also study language, from grammar to how different parts of a sentence work, and to vocabulary study to help improve their own writing. Our English department believes we have the opportunity and the responsibility to empower our students. Teaching a student to read and write anything they want empowers them with broad choices in their career and in their life.
The philosophy of the physical education department is to provide a wide range of experiences, skills, and knowledge so the children go away with the capability of making healthy lifestyle choices, both physically and nutritionally. Students learn the different components of physical fitness, such as muscular endurance, cardiovascular endurance, strength, power, agility, and learn how to progress to a healthy zone with their own abilities and apply the skills they learn to sport, non-traditional activities, or just cooperative games. From 6th grade through 9th grade, they gain nutritional knowledge by doing the grafting, and by 9th grade they get a half a semester of health as part of the physical education curriculum, and they can discuss and study what their choices are and the consequence of nutritional and physical choices for lifestyle. It is our hope that having experienced a wide range of activities, they will be open-minded to other activities, and having the skills and knowledge, they can apply that to any number of activities throughout their life, whether it's individual or on a team, competitive or just recreational.
As a department, we believe the arts are an important part of what makes us human, and just an important part of what constitutes a complete education. We believe that every student can be engaged, participate and excel. And we believe that immersion in the arts should be challenging, engaging, irreverent, and fun. The intention is to develop the whole student. Everybody takes art. We have classes in ceramics, drawing and painting. We have classes in printmaking, in fiber arts, and in sculpture. What we try to do with our students is give them a strong foundation in terms of technique and ways of expressing ideas in their projects. So in the early stages, they're learning the basic rigors of the art form they're studying at the time. As they get older, we start introducing more content, and students become more interested in finding their own voice and developing their own styles and looks for their pieces. They're allowed to start to freelance. They have the technical skills. Now it's a question of finding their own voice. We work in a learning community, so if I'm working on a piece of artwork, I'm working on it in class with the kids, so the kids can see what I'm doing and I see what they're doing. So there's a lot of give and take, and there's a lot of dialogue as far as the creative process and what's going on in class. And sometimes it's really productive and sometimes we're kind of messing around, but that's where ideas start coming from.
In the mathematics department, we believe that all students can be successful in mathematics, and through a dynamic and collaborative environment that all students are able to have a deeper understanding of mathematics. Students use technology to present and share all of their understanding and their learning, and through discussions, they share their experiences and are able to internalize information that they're getting and have a conceptual knowledge. We use Elmos and presenters to share the information so that they can show what they're doing on the board so everybody can see. And through Google Docs, they share all of their presentation notes, anything that we take in class, and they can actually view things again. They can even look back at their old work easily, search for terms, and find things that might help them to do their problems that they're doing for homework. Collaboration is part of our basic tenets for all of our projects that have been developed here at the lab school, and as part of our pedagogical model, we use it for even with curriculum that we haven't developed here. Most of our students, I think, become really good problem solvers. They can take a problem and find a way to solve it. They become flexible thinkers, so if anything gets thrown at them that's a little different than what they're used to seeing, they have a way to kind of work through things. They'll leave being problem solvers, flexible thinkers, inquisitive, and being able to collaborate and communicate with others. And I think ultimately we want them to be lifelong learners.
Here at the University Laboratory School, we believe that music is fundamental in a well-rounded education and that every student is worthy of the finest instruction. We also believe that the study of music allows students to grow not only musically, but socially and academically as well. The bulk of the class time is devoted to rehearsing the concert repertoire for an upcoming performance. Concerts are looked upon as final exams for all the performing groups at ULS, and a great deal of time is spent in the preparation for those special events. One of the things that makes the ULS Performing Arts Department special is that all of us on the teaching staff are active performing artists ourselves. I believe that gives the teachers in the department the ability to view things from a unique perspective, one which we bring to the classroom each and every day. Whether it be a choir, band, or orchestra festival performance, a shopping center concert, or our formal concerts at the end of each semester, all the students really look forward to those events when all the hard work is done and they just have fun making music. There's really nothing like getting up on stage and performing for a crowd, and our students always relish those opportunities to share their gift of music with an appreciative audience.
With our emphasis on the disciplines of knowledge and using an experiential approach, the University Laboratory School creates a wide variety of opportunities for our students. We believe these opportunities will open doorways for them as they continue their journey into the world and future they will help to shape.